that's really exciting. But I really wanted to sit down, and Richard was creating ads this week. And a lot of times I'm on Zoom with you guys and I just rattle off a script. I'm like, here's what you need to say. Hey, this is Richard with, XY Armored Apparatus. If you're a new shooter, bring a friend for free. And I just give you a script. But I want you guys to be able to control your own scripts and create your own scripts. And so I kind of sat down this week and I said, what is my policy for creating a Facebook ad? How do I do it? What goes into my Facebook ad? And how do I know what a good Facebook ad is? And we have the ability to put this into a framework so that you guys can do this easily when you create an ad. And this is what I'm going to talk about right now is video ad, but this applies to any sort of ad. You can do this in an image ad as well, which is qualitatively easier to create than a video ad, but I like video ads. Image ads are easier, video ads are better. So what I do when I create my ad is I basically use this formula. Call out plus value plus CTA. Okay, what this looks like is, who am I talking to? What do I want them to know about the value I have to offer? And what do I want them to do? That's what I do. So when you look at my ads on Facebook, it's, hey, firearm instructors, if you're sick of struggling to fill your classes, I have a solution for you. It's $37 with a 100% money back guarantee if it doesn't work for you. And if you get one new student, it's worth the $37. So click below and get signed up right now, right? Call out. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to firearm instructors. What is my value? More students. What do I want them to do? I always want them to click, okay? Click the ad to sign up. What you need to understand, and what we all kind of have been talking about for weeks, is that the ad is designed to get the click. Don't try to sell in the ad, try to get the click. Then the headline, which is 80% of your marketing dollar, is now trying to get them to take the next step, which is to make the sale, right? Buy now, grab now, sign up, buy, whatever the case may be. But on the landing page, I do a lot of the same, right? In the headline, I also like to have the same process, which is the call out, the value, and that's what makes it congruent, right? They see the same call out here. So this is your ad, and this is your landing page, okay? It's the exact same for call out, value, and CTA. It's the exact same. This is a congruent ad. This is what we call congruent. And what that means is it's the same call out, the same person we're talking to, the same value, and the same CTA. So one of the mistakes that I made just a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't realize this until after I tried to understand why my ads weren't working, was I created an ad that said, hey, shooting ranges, if you want to grow your classes and you know that your training department can grow, here's what you need to do. You need to X, Y, and Z. And the landing page said, hey, firearm instructors. So that's a problem with congruency. It needs to be the same. So if my call out is firearm instructors, my call out on the new page, on the landing page is firearm instructors. If my call out is new shooters, my call out on the landing page needs to be new shooters. Okay. This is, essential to getting good performance, is having that congruency. And so in the call out, it's really just to get them to notice the ad. I'm reading a book right now, Alex Hormozy, and he says all advertising works. It's just some advertising works better than others. All advertising is going to work. At the end of the day, the call out is designed to get them to notice your attention fast. And that's why I start with who I'm calling out first, because that way my advertising is going to work a little bit better. Okay. So, that's the very first thing that I start on. And the second thing is the value. And so where do we get the value from? How do we present that value? So I need them to get them interested in what I have first and foremost. And there's a few ways to do that. The first way to get them to do that is everybody always sees this. Ask a question. Okay. This is like the number one thing that people do in marketing is, hey, firearm instructors, who we're talking to, do you want more students in your class? Do you want to stop canceling classes because people aren't signing up, right? Asking a question is the number one easiest way that most people start. So it's not my favorite way, and you won't see me do it very often because I feel like it's a step in the right direction, but it's really surface layer, and you guys know I want to get deeper. Okay. So if we want to get more specific on this, we can ask a yes question. Okay. This is a little bit more deeper, and this is a little bit more psychological. In marketing and sales, one of the things that you can do to get closer to a yes is get the customer to say yes in their mind 17 times before you ask them for the sale. So if you start in your ad by saying, do you want more students in your class? And the answer is yes. Or do you want to know more about guns? Or do you want to be more confident at the range? And the answer is yes. And then on the landing page, you get them to say yes in their mind 7 or 8 more times. The theory is that they will be more more likely to buy your product because you're getting them to say yes in their mind several times before you even ask for the sale. I don't necessarily use that type of subliminal messaging, but there have been a lot of studies that back up the idea that if you get people to say yes multiple times in the sales process, they're more likely to say yes at the end. I do in my sales process when I'm closing coaching calls, I do have a yes question I ask. I say, if you could do this, would you do this, right? And it is a yes question, but it's really not for the psychological thing. It's just to make sure that the person understands what we're talking about, right? So I don't really subscribe to the if you get them to say yes 17 times, you can sell them anything idea, but there is a lot of data behind that. The second way is, and this is not asking a question, this is if-then statement, okay? If-then statement. So think about this like if you're a new shooter and you want to start carrying confidently, then stick around